Obviously, very proud of the guys today. They thought it was a good team.
Matt, what was
I was going to finish. I'm sorry. There's a bunch of people talking. Sorry about that, Joe. Just thought it was a good team win. Thought our guys played hard. A lot of things we have to get corrected. A lot of guys went down today. A lot of new guys went to step up. Too many coaching errors in the first half. Having to call timeouts because we have the wrong call in, or one of our players gets confused. We have to clean a lot of things up as a coaching staff first, and then in the second half, offensively, just continue to kind of have that lull, especially when we have a lead, and just have to learn how to be aggressive and still be smart. I thought at the end, though, despite the woes of the kicking game, I'll actually use that word. Just not enough good plays in the kicking game. I thought our guys on offense made the plays they had to make. Zane stepped up, and defensively, obviously, we got a lot of pressure all day and stopped the run. So. Obviously, the Saints have been through a lot over the last month. A lot of credit, respect for them. A tremendous amount of respect for Sean Payton, down coaches this week, and we know we'll see them again at the end of the season for a great game. So, with that, sorry, Joe.
You mentioned the pressure. I mean, to get that consistent pressure, it looked a lot like last week. What does that do for you, regardless of who you're playing?
Well, it makes it, it changes things, and I think there's two parts to that. I think it's stopping the run. Because then you can, in 2nd and 7, you're not sitting here and playing a run defense now. And you know what? We trusted the players. We played a lot of bear, 5-up guys, and played man-to-man defense today. And Keith Taylor was out there, Rashawn Melvin was out there. Those guys stepped up. Justin Burris went down and played the nickel. It was a tale of a lot of guys. But I think we just played really well up front, and I think Phil called an amazing game. He was bringing pressures and showing pressure and coming the other side. And so I think it was a great job by the defensive staff. But also, our players at the end of the day, they owned it, they delivered on it. I think Shaq continues to be a tremendous field general out there. I was proud of that part of the game.
Matt, how would you describe what Christian was going through today?
Who?
How would you describe what Christian was going through today?
Just get tired, cramps. Just eat. So I think he was having some cramps, and they had to go put a bag of fluid in him.
No concern for him going forward?
Just cramps, yeah, nothing.
Matt, the pressure you got came from a ton of different guys the past 2 weeks now. Just to have that level of depth in the front four, how important is that for you?
Yeah, we play a lot of guys as long as everyone does their job, and so guys are being diligent about doing their job, and because a lot of the things are, they're pretty complex, right? They're not just 4-man rush. We've gotten some pressure with the 4-man rush, but trying to bring different pressures, and so. Guys have to really prepare because we have some different things up each week, and I think Al Holcomb, Mike Saravo, Frank Ocam, and Don Johnson, they've done a good job of getting different guys ready at different positions, so they're kind of teaching, conceptually, and the guys, come out ready to execute it.
Matt, how would you say Sam progressed from week 1 to week 2?
I didn't see him. I had to watch the tape, but I didn't see him miss the same throws. A couple, 2 or 3 throws. I thought he was really poised. Obviously, the one turnover can't happen. It was kind of a jumbled look, and we just get rid of the ball, and continue to play, and so. But I'm not asking him to go perfect for the whole season. So I thought he made big throws in crucial downs on 3rd down. And I thought the real story of the game was our offensive line protected. They got some sacks late in the game when they were just kind of shedding a ton of people and we're not being quite as aggressive. But for the most part, I think our offensive line played really well today. It looked like watching, and Pat Elflein went down, Dennis Daly steps up, he goes down, Brady Christensen goes in the game. So a lot of guys, we're ready to go.
Was Pat's injury a re-aggravation of what he was dealing with earlier in the week?
No. Just had a strain, a hamstring. So we'll see. We'll see how long. It's obviously a short week, so we have to see who's ready. I'll come in tomorrow. And really, probably by tomorrow afternoon, after they come in for treatment, I'll know who's ready for this week.
Man, what do you feel like this win does for your team? The Saints were a team that I think a lot of people thought that you guys, the Bucs are what they are, but this was a team that maybe you were going to compete for maybe that 2nd spot. But what does this team do for? What does this win do for your team?
I think it just means we're 1-0 this week and get ready for next week, and it shows a lot of the things that we're doing well. It's like when you win or lose. If you see what you do well, you see what you're not doing well. You can't get a field goal blocked and run back. That just can't happen in the National Football. They can't turn the ball over the 10-yard line. They have the ball 1st and goal. We make an unbelievable play. Get him in 3rd and 9, then we let the quarterback run in, which we all, you guys heard me say it this week. I have to keep Jameis in the pocket. So when those things happen, that's the mark of, hey, there's a lot of things still to improve upon. There's also a lot of great things that happen out there, So we just have to be really honest, about hey, what are we doing well? What are we not doing well? It's boring. It's the same thing I said last year, when we would win or lose. It's just about trying to improve this week, and it's a short week. Texans are a good team. It's going to be hard, so we have got to put this win behind us and understand that today's really like a Wednesday of a game week. I'm going to go home, hang out with my wife and kids, and then start working tonight. So it's going to be a heck of a turnaround.
That said, man, you guys, and this is a team that swept you last year. To start the season off 2-0, I mean, what kind of juice does that kind of bring to the building?
Well, I mean, I'm sure the guys, I'm sure they're happy we won. I think they have to feel like, okay, hey, I want them to feel like, hey, my hard work and preparation is working. I think that's the message, right? It's not about am I good enough? It's am I doing the right things to win? And then they have to be honest about, hey, this is what I need to do to improve. And so when you win a game, it brings a whole other sort of set of problems, right? So we have got to improve, but I want them to be happy. They work really hard, and we have guys who lay it on the line and sacrifice a lot. There's a lot of sacrifice and humility from a lot of guys in that locker room. You can't have that many sacks from that many different people and not have it be everyone else doing their job. So that guy gets up and the camera goes on him, but a lot of guys covering, doing a nice job. A lot of guys. So and then it's the offense. Trust me. There's so many times 4th and 1, 4th and 2. I want to go for it, but I keep saying to myself, yeah, you got a good defense today. Like trust the defense, punt the ball down there. So it's just a little bit of everyone to me.
Matt, what worked for your defense against Kamara today?
I'd have to see the tape. Obviously, I thought we did a nice job of stopping the run, and it looked like to me, we had Shaq on Kamara and Chin on Kamara. It looked like to me like, they did a good job. Alvin Kamara's one of the best players in football. I have so much respect for who he is as a player, and so, it's just one of those days where we got some pressure. I can't say much more than that other than just watching the tape.
On the first possession, you guys drove down and got the touchdown. How important was it for you all to set that tone at the beginning of the game?
Well, it's one of the things that hasn't really happened, right? Haven't had a ton of success early, and I think it just, tremendous. We just executed, everyone kind of did their job. Zylstra goes out there. I thought Zylstra was really one of the players that stepped up today. I don't know how many catches he had. Three catches, touchdown. He caught a slant when they overloaded the box and brought pressure. So they were, kind of key, crucial plays. I think that probably gave us a little bit of momentum and energy. But I think the message we had to ourselves was, hey, this game's going to all be about the fourth quarter. So let's play loose and free in the first half. Third quarter, let's play loose and free. Let's get to the fourth quarter. Let's execute. We were pretty good in the fourth quarter. They obviously scored that one play, and then after that, I thought, guys hung in there.
Matt, you mentioned that second half lull again this week. How do you sort of attack going forward to kind of eliminate that second half?
Yeah, I think we have to just again it's kind of hard. The defense is playing so well, so you're not being overly aggressive. We just have to continue to go back and look at who's not quite doing their job, because there's a bunch of plays we should have. We feel like we should have executed better. So, it's just like anything else. Like young teams, teaching them, hey, don't look at the scoreboard, man. Just keep playing. And I thought the defense, though, last week in the third quarter, again this week in the third quarter, I thought they hung in there. They got tired and they continued to play. So we're just going to have to work our way through that.
Hey, hold on. We're going to take 2 more questions. Scott.
On the field goal, Matt, that was blocked. I know you haven't seen the tape yet, but did somebody miss a block, or was it come out low?
Yeah, I thought all day our field goal protection wasn't very good. They were swimming us, and literally on the last one, I don't remember. I think we called timeout before the last field goal. Is that correct? I called timeout to bring them over and say, listen, they're swimming you, please. Everyone, get your heads up. It looked like the kick might have been low just from the field, though, but I have to go watch the tape. But I do know this. There was too much, even on the one we missed on the extra point. There's too much in in the kicker's face, pressure-wise, and so, we have to get that corrected, because it was just apparent to me on the field.
Man, you mentioned in the past getting off the field has been an issue. You guys ran 30 more plays than the Saints today. How important was getting off the field today to make sure that your offense got more chances?
Yeah, and that's really all last year. You have the issue of getting off the field. I think our third down defense last, and so it's hard for me to keep referencing last year. These guys have done a good job at that. But I think it's just it's complementary football, right? It's stopping the run, it's getting pressure on second down, it's guys, covering, not having a ton of defensive penalties. So, and I think the guys are working really hard at third down. They're coming in knowing hey, we have to be better on third down, we have to be better in the 2-minute, which we were today, and we want to be really good in the red zone. So that touchdown, obviously will bother a lot of us, because it was, we covered everyone. So a 3rd and 9 at the 9 or 3rd and 8 at the 8, if you cover everyone, it shouldn't be a touchdown.
All right,
so,
thank you, Coach.
So we have to improve that. You excited to get Christian or someone in here, huh? All right. Thanks, guys.
Enough of you.
I'm all in.